I should not be allowed to handle sharp objects. Do you like fashion? Do you like clothes? I sure like clothes and dressing up. That's why I decided to study fashion design 3 years ago. Now I hate the entire industry. And honestly, so should most people. It's just that the information that made me hate the industry isn't as widely known as it probably should be. I have several talking points and I will try to organize this video as best as I can, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be forgetting something. I always do. It's obvious that you are gonna be taught how to appeal to an audience. That is just marketing. But what I didn't know is that in fashion you are taught what you're supposed to make them think. To most people it is obvious that fashion is selling on a basis of making people want to look like the model that is wearing the clothes, but not to everybody. When I was studying, we were taught to consciously do that. Make people really feel like they need it and really make them feel like they are insufficient if they don't have this thing. I hated it. I refused to apply this to my mock collections. I really hated it. Then in the same vein, and this is what my main problem right now is, you probably have seen some brands use Black Lives Matters to make money. And same happened with pride and veganism, feminism, save the bees, save the turtles, save nature, whatever. And they make money off of suffering in so many ways with this. So how do they profit from these things that I have just mentioned? Well, let's just think about the very, very underpaid, mostly women workers who produce their garments in India, Bangladesh, China, Turkey. They sure advocate for saving the planet and feminism and liberating women and totally, obviously support these third world countries. They totally do, right? Because some people on this platform called YouTube just apparently don't have a brain, that was sarcasm. That's as if a prominent drug smuggler were to sell shirts going, say no to drugs, you know? It does not make sense and you shouldn't make money off of that. All in all, it is a good message to send, yes, absolutely. But it's not enough at all. They just make money off of people suffering to appeal to new audiences, to have another target audience wrapped into their selling scheme. And that should be obvious, it just isn't to everybody. You shouldn't support this kind of stuff, especially when they don't actually support these causes. If you really want a shirt that says Black Lives Matter or something like that, you can buy from an artist who independently makes money from that, or who even donates it. Just, they shouldn't get money because people want change. They are what we want to change. The really shocking thing though is that we were taught to do this when I was studying. We were taught to use movements like this to make money. It is completely deliberate. It is not just that one designer who really cares. No. It's deliberate. For example, 2 men, funny enough, used feminism in one of their mock collections and they were both praised. When I asked them about it and why they were incorporating it, because I was interested, they knew jack shit about it and they didn't care at all. And that's not just the case with students. That is how everything behind the scenes works. Again, I'm not that naive. It is just that whenever you see something like that, you should be aware that this is what we're taught. In drawing class, we were taught to draw our models as thin as possible, with endless legs that literally are... Nobody has legs like that. I didn't conform, so I got worse grades. That's okay, because my human dignity stayed intact. I really hope that I still have this one example that we were supposed to copy and use for swimsuit drawing. If I do still have it, I will put it up here. It's just ribs showing, clearly unhealthy. You could see every single bone. And this is what I did. Instead, I felt like a rebel that day. No, but really, it was quite shocking. Because personally, I couldn't live with myself if I furthered a very toxic beauty standard that makes people starve themselves and sometimes kill themselves to look like that. Honestly, who are the clothes that are designed on this kind of figure for? Nobody looks like that. Not in a healthy way. Essentially, we're kind of taught to make people think that their bodies are wrong when they are absolutely not at all. The way you are, if you are healthy, perfect. You're fine, you're good, you're beautiful. I honestly, in my heart, truly believe that. But the fashion industry doesn't. They feed off of your insecurities. When we looked at a size chart in a class at some point, classmates of mine actually freaked out because, oh no, but I'm an XS. I always wear XS. I can't be a size large. I'm not a medium, I'm an extra small. That was bizarre. One person even threw a complete fit about that this chart must be wrong, a standardized chart, because she's clearly an XS. There is nothing wrong with not wearing a size extra small. If you didn't know, clothing sizes depend on your breast measurement, meaning the smaller your boobs, the smaller your size, at least according to the charts. Then again, the charts are a bit bullshit because people are built very differently. Generally, if you're anywhere above a size AA, European AA bra size, you're not gonna be an extra small, and that's okay. I didn't know that people actually thought that way. That was an eye-opener. Because I just refuse to be insecure because of what I learned. It's bizarre. This brainwashing, as I like to call it, that people think they need to be a size 0 to be beautiful, is completely deliberate. Because if you make people hate their body, you can sell them stuff like shapewear. I'm not naming names. Kim. I don't know about you, but I couldn't live with myself if I was the reason another little girl develops an eating disorder. If you want something from a big corporation like H&M, Zara, whatever, we all do, that's alright from time to time. Buy on sale. Always buy on sale. And here's why. While calculating the price at which something will be sold, potential sales, so 20% off, 50% off, are calculated into the deal. When you're paying for clothes that aren't on sale, you are literally paying for not buying on sale. Because the actual retail price is what you would be paying on sale. I hope that makes sense. The entire chart is in my head. I hope I can convey it. We calculated a price for something we ourselves produced, and the dress that I made ended up being 600 euros. Of course, that's a completely outlandish price, even for a formal dress made out of expensive fabric. That is outlandish, and that is not what you're supposed to pay, but it proves my point. And the point that I will carry on now, and that I have mentioned already, the people who actually produce your clothes are so underpaid. Also, good materials, fabrics, cost money. The cost for material doesn't just disappear. You also have to pay for the fabric that your, for example, pants are made out of. If you buy a cheap pair of pants that breaks within, let's say, 4 months, and then you have to buy another cheap pair of pants, in the end you're gonna be paying more than if you bought one really solid, good pair of pants. If you're into, for example, electronics, that concept will sound familiar to you. Planned obsolescence. That mentality that clothes are only gonna be worn a couple times, so they only have to last while it's in style, while it's trending. Let's compare something for a second here. A men's t-shirt, just a plain men's t-shirt at Primark, costs €2.50. That was from memory, but it's correct. At H&M, depending on which one you get, it costs €4.99 or €14.99 for premium quality. Given Primark, for example, doesn't really care if the patterns are cut correctly to cut costs a bit, but still, they are produced almost the exact same, under the same conditions. Now, there is this brand, this German brand called Trigema, and this is not an ad at all. I actually don't like them, but they're an excellent example. They produce in Germany with fair wages and safe conditions, everything. A plain men's t-shirt of theirs costs €25. That's how much a t-shirt that is cut correctly and made under fair conditions for fair wages should cost. And don't let Zara's $24.99 t-shirt fool you. They're produced just the same way that H&M's and Primark's t-shirts are produced. All that's different is that Zara is making a lot more money off of them than H&M or Primark are making off of their stuff. Of course, it's more expensive, but people didn't suffer for it, you know. I think that's quite a fair trade. I could really go on forever, and it's very fascinating, but I'm not gonna. I think this illustrates my point enough for now, I hope. And again, I'm not advocating for this specific brand. I think that their designs are meant to be flushed down the toilet. No offense if you like them, I just don't. But yeah, maybe I can encourage you to buy fair trade or secondhand or DIY. Nobody wins except for the CEOs of the big corporations. You have to keep buying cheaply made clothes that break again and again, and the workers in the sweatshops, obviously they don't win. Buying different color t-shirts that break all the time, like 7 over the span that a very good, properly made t-shirt would have lasted you, is throwing money into the blender. But this system is called... There used to be 4 fashion cycles in a year, 1 for each season. Nowadays there are nearly 50, depending on the brand. 1 for each week of the year. Nobody needs that! I can think of weeks where I don't even leave the house. I don't need a new fucking closet each week. I've already said that fast fashion items are not meant to last. You're supposed to wear them a couple times and throw them out and buy the new trend, like a obedient little consumerist. That is a batshit insane concept. It's not reasonable, it's even less sustainable, and I really hope, and I just see it coming, that it is gonna crumble. I have been really lucky that I have been taught from a young age to look out for quality and value quality over quantity. So when the first Primark opened in Germany, people left with bags upon bags, and I got like 1 pair of jeans that I literally wore for 6 years and 1 or 2 t-shirts or jumpers that I also wore forever. I'm pretty sure that I still have some of them. The point I was trying to make before I got sidetracked there is that you can make your wardrobe sustainable, even if all that's available to you are fast fashion brands. Obviously, I own items from H&M and Zara. I just wear them for years, and I look out for quality. If the quality of something is shit, I'm not gonna get it, even if it's pretty. And that is how you can make it sustainable. Look out for actual good quality items and for stuff you know you're gonna be wearing for years. Don't just buy it because it's on sale and then throw it out because, oops, I didn't really like it, it was just on sale. That's the entire trap. I mean, it's probably a bit drastic that I still have a pair of sweatpants that I got when I was 12, 8 years ago, and that have a bunch of holes in them, but I refuse to throw them out because I feel like I haven't gotten enough use out of them yet. I wear them all the time, they're perfect, they fit me perfectly. I haven't grown since I was 11, actually. You know how a new season arrives, you go into the shops and every brand seems to somehow have chosen the same colors and the same silhouettes and everything looks very similar? Did you know that trends are predetermined by an agency and then folders of these trends are sent out to the designers? Because that's how that works. That makes it a bit less magical, I know, but sorry to disillusion you. I'm giving up with the light. I'm just gonna be blending in with my walls. I don't care. Conform to what they have to work with, and everything that is in or out has been predetermined. No brand is pioneering unless they are completely independent, and no big corporate fashion brand is at all. Even if you think something is indie and sort of underground, if you get it in big brand stores, it is not. That style I see a lot of younger kids wearing now, that Billie Eilish, however the fuck you say the name, style, is not in trend because she pioneered it. It's in trend because some agencies decided that it is gonna be in trend. Sorry to disappoint. My big problem with this is that, again, they are just taking toxic beauty standards and roll with them. They are not gonna challenge them. Unless it's trendy and it serves them. And it's only trendy for like a season, and then it's not trendy again. Also, if you as a designer question something, because I did, you're weeded out. You're not gonna question these beauty standards. They're not gonna change it unless the consumer, us, unless we change it. I've said it before, the entire system is destined to collapse. And we can make it collapse. Because if we don't buy their stuff, they don't have a reason to produce. You know? If we want something different, if we demand it with our money voices, let's say, because we don't give them money, they have to change. We can force them. We just have to be enough. And I feel like at this point, we're not enough. Even though today we have a lot more individualism than there was, for example, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, there are still too many people who just blindly accept the beauty standards of this society. And the beauty standards aren't designed for them, they're against them. They're made so people can make money off of them feeling bad. I'm gonna be making a whole other video about beauty standards. That's a whole other can of worms to open right now. For now, just remember to buy mindfully, buy sustainably, buy secondhand, buy slow fashion, and buy handmade. Don't let the big corporations get into your mind and make you feel like you're not enough, because you are. Enough, I mean, you are enough. I mentioned it before, but I decided to make this video after I saw big brands use Black Lives Matter, something very drastic and very painful for a lot of people, to make money. And I just knew that I was done. I'm okay with burning every bridge. I don't want to work for a big corporation like that and make money off of other people's pain. Yeah, buy from small businesses and fuck corporations. Yay, that was a totally fun video. Totally not exhausting to make. Yay! Buy mine. Ouch! 1 for each season. That are 3. That was wrong. 1 for each season. What is my finger doing? 1 for each